EMC was one of the first conferences. Well, I attended at CS and almost in my career too, so that was really interesting. But the industry is small and growing. But what I've found going there and witnessing firsthand is that there's always been a sense of camaraderie that has endured through the partnership. And I think um, it seems to highlight like the shared goal of growing and bettering the retail and energy industry and energy industry as a whole. And so, the partnership's valued and through EMC, we've been able to form other partnerships that end up, building across even all different business lines within CES. So, we continue to connect with them at EMC every year, and it's been really helpful. At EMC, it's been, it's a great forum to hear from uh, all variety of people. So current clients, prospective clients, competitors, industry thought leaders. And I think through the panels and the informative discussions, we've been able to get a gauge on what clients are looking for, where the regulatory changes are taking us, and what challenges, our clients are facing, what challenges our competitors are facing. And it helps us kind of gather intelligence to figure out how can we solve them and how can we collaborate, to combat them. So I know one of the missions for EMC is to educate. And so through EMC, we learn how to educate ourselves, our clients, how to engage and inform them. And what we've, learned over the past 12 years and what we continue to hear is just that there's a need for more on-demand data. Everything is, instant now, more complex billing products with, data centers, and it's changing the structure of products, the ability to integrate with upstream systems, and a way to have an efficient and intuitive, system, kind of all feedback and intelligence we gather through EMC and collaboration with the attendees there. Like I said, we make a bunch of connections there. One specific stands out. So we, made a connection a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, with a company that, was kind of new to the retail energy market, looking for a couple different services, trying to just really get a business model up and running. And so it's been a couple years, and we connect with them there. And now, finally we've nurtured that relationship. They're ready to go live in a couple months, and we're engaging with them across multiple business lines. And so EMC was just like a natural place to connect with them year over year, even when they're still trying to figure out what they were doing. I mean, it's definitely it's very educational, and interactive in terms of networking for sure. There's a lot of sessions, a lot of just a variety of panels and speakers from across the industry. It gives you opportunity to connect with other groups. Like I know the Women's Energy Alliance, like you can get involved there, kind of expand your networking capability. And I think it's unique. There's a willingness um, to share knowledge and really educate others, challenge others, which can especially be helpful for smaller companies just getting started and looking to, understand what's going on, what's happening in the industry. And yeah, it's an opportunity for employees who maybe aren't in their day-to-day roles, aren't necessarily client facing, but work with a lot of clients, and they can put a face to a name and be able to meet some of the people they work with all the time, which I think is unique. It's a good opportunity. Everyone talks about the energy transition. It's exciting, tumultuous is maybe one way to put it. But as regulatory requirements shift, there's large scale load continues to accelerate. And product structures are becoming more complex. I think I mentioned that earlier. So we're really excited for the opportunity to be able to help retailers kind of operationalize and build those complex product structures. I think that's really core to what we do. And then EMC is really helpful in helping to address these trends. Like, you're in the middle of everything. They're kind of the connector to all these companies joining together to kind of figure out how we can solve these problems and do it, collaboratively and efficiently. We have, we have a lot going on. We're working, to integrate AI as everyone is, from both operational perspective, and a client-facing perspective. We have an AI chatbot that's trained on documentation and processes. We'll be looking to, overhaul our Blue platform and have given a more modernized look on the UI front. We'll be adding new functionality for work queues to improve, operational day-to-day processes and just make that more efficient and intuitive. And then we're always, any complex product we're confident we can bill, and any changes, anything that we might not have ready, it's a quick configuration. So we're looking forward to using that complex billing engine as a way to maybe plug into other systems so that, a lot of people are scared of big data migrations. And so, giving them this tool as kind of a plug and play option is pretty exciting. We'll be at EMC. Come visit our booth. We're always open for discussions. Any questions you have. Um, you know, at CES, we cover such a wide variety of items, and we have such a different areas of expertise across the energy industry. So, if you're looking for help on almost anything, don't be afraid to come talk to us and ask us the questions.